This session is in continuity to our previous discussion on charting in Excel, and in this session we learn about the fundamentals of a chart that is displayed in Excel. So I have this small snippet of a data over here, and I'm simply representing what were the sales of the product A across the whole year. And quickly moving on to creating up a chart over here. Now let's just take a moment to explore what all these entities mean when it comes to Excel. Now this 8 blue color and the 8 text written over here represents that what I have selected over here in the B3 cell. It tells me that this whole blue data is about product A, and you can see that it changes if I were to change A to something else. You can see now the whole concept about indeed now the whole blue portion is being represented by a text called IndieTest, which was picked from B3 cell. Now this row that you see highlighted at the bottom portion of the chart is called the x-axis of the chart, and it is used to represent the change that is happening over time usually. So in this case this was picked from C2 cell to N2 cell over here, and you can see it changes if I were to randomly give it another meaning. You can see that I changed the value of Jan to January, and it has been reflected over here, and so which implies that this whole portion of data representation, what do these blocks mean, was picked up from this place. And this axis, which is the vertical axis in this chart, is called the y-axis, and it is populated automatically. The user does not have any control over it, and it usually takes up the value which is in accordance with the other the highest values that exist in our data. So you can see quickly, we can see that my sales were highest in the October month of the year, which were around 19,270. So it automatically creates a y-axis which will represent at least 20,000 as the vertical value, and plus 5,000 for future. So by interpreting the interpretation of this chart, you can see that these y values actually represent the quantity of the goods that were sold across the year, and they are represented vertically over here. Last but not the least, this thing at the top is called the chart title. If you do not specify any chart title in the beginning, it will by default pick up the value from the B3 cell over here, which represents the product being created, product being sold. And the best thing about the chart title is you can go and click on it and then double click on it and then modify it according to your own needs. So you can see now the chart title has now been represented as sales numbers. So just to get a quick overview of what we all discussed, these blue portions represent the sales of the product IndieTest over the span of time, and they represent this y-axis records the values of these heights that are being displayed over here. So you can see that the IndieTest point in October had the highest sales of 20,000, and this x-axis below over here represents the time that is changing over the span of time in which we have recorded this data. So in this case you can see that we want to see a trend of the change of that data from January to December, and it lies at the bottom of the chart. This thing at the top is called the chart title, and it is deliberately given by you. This is the legend, and it tells you that what is the correspondence between the blue color and what is being represented over here. So this is all about getting to know about the basic fundamentals of charts in Excel. Thank you for watching.